Yo, what is up guys, I'm back, got a review here. This time we have this 91 team season Jota. Now as you see, I got him in red. This is on my second account. I've got him and Son. I know this is a very late review, purely because I've been very busy. So I'm just going to try and get a lot out because I'm off this week. So on that sense, he's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. He's right footed. He's got 94 pace, 90 shooting, 84 passing, 94 dribbling and 85 physical. So on paper looks like a very, very good card. I decided to play him with a deadeye chem style because I feel like that's what's recommended for him, to boost that shooting and boost that passing just a little bit more to make him a very, very deadly striker. I played him in the 4-4-2 formation alongside Team Season Son. They played games of rivals and champs, I think it was mostly. He played a lot and he scored a lot, to be fair. He was a very good bagsman. But I'll speak more about after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy it or want to see more, please do subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And I am trying to hit 2k subs by the end of next year, so help me towards that. I greatly appreciate it. But I've got more to say, so enjoy the clips and peace. So, on to my other thoughts about the card then. Now, this card is very good, to be fair. Not obviously Son level, but it was still very good. I'll go into aspects of what I think was good and bad about the card now. So, first for me is the 5-star weak foot. This is obviously a really, really nice thing to have. Really, really effective. You can just have... It's so unpredictable, 5-star weak foot, because they can just go on either foot, any place. And it does feel like a 5-star weak foot. It's very, very deadly on it, and he will score on it most times. The pace for me was perfectly good enough. The acceleration is really, really good to get him through on goal, especially at a small height. The burst of acceleration really just flies him through. Obviously, the sprint speed he will get caught up to by like Varane and stuff like that, purely because obviously their sprint speed is just higher and they are just rapid to centre back for some reason. But overall, the pace is good enough to get you through on goal, get you over the top ball. It's really good, to be fair. Now, the shooting, as I talked about, with that 5-star weak foot, goes hand in hand really nicely to play. Now, he did miss a few, to be honest. It was a little bit inconsistent. I had a game where him and Son had, normally, right, I'm a clinical finisher, I will say that. I will score a lot of my chances. I'll have like maybe 2 expected goals and score 2. But I had about 10.9 expected goals, and I scored like 2 goals, and it wasn't even with Jota and Son. They were being very poor one of the games. I had to bring them off for like Raspadori and end up winning the game in extra time. But it just proves sometimes that maybe the consistency level isn't really here for this card. He was obviously a great finisher and will get you a lot of goals for your club, but generally, sometimes when you need him to be in those clutch situations and score the goals, he might not do it, and that's why. Now, for the passing, generally not the best. It's average. It's quite good for a striker, let's say, but if you want to play him in any other position, I feel like you do need it a little bit higher. That's why I've gone with the recommended Dead-Eye Cam style. But generally, as a striker, it will just last you, but if you want to play some over-the-top long balls and that, it's not really the best. As you can see, it's only 82. Now, the dribbling for me overall, really good, to be fair. Would be absolutely amazing if he had 5-star skills. Would just make the card so good in game. But still, 4-star skills are still perfectly good enough. He will be able to perform quite a few nice skills and get you into a few good positions from it. The agility is really good. The dribbling stats actually really good. The ball shot's decent. The composure is still decent, but that's maybe why the finishing at times was a little bit lackluster, because it is only 92. I know obviously it sounds like quite high, but because it's team of the season, you do expect like maybe like 95 plus. But most of the dribbling stats decent, to be fair. Now, I'm actually going to touch on the defending stats here, because you could even play this guy centre mid if you wanted to, especially with those high work rates. He's definitely got the capability to do so. Maybe not the stamina, but if you put like a shadow on, the stand tackle goes up to 76 base, so it is a possibility if you really are struggling for too many attackers, he probably could do that as well. Another thing about him, his end accuracy and jumping isn't really bad, to be fair. At 5'10", he's not really going to be winning too much, but as you see by the stats, if he is there and he is winning it uncontested, he will probably score it. Now, the stamina for me, as I talked about, as a striker with good instructions, he will stay up and have good stamina for the whole game. But if, let's say, if you don't put instructions on him, because he's got higher, we come back and forward, and it will wear him out, because only 89 stamina isn't really too good at this stage of year. Now, he's actually got an aspect I really like about this card, and it's at 94 aggression. I love that in attackers when they're just aggressive for the ball. Unfortunately, his strength's not really there to balance it out, but still that aggression stat is very nice. But sort of my overall thoughts on the card, now let's get to overall scores. So, nice and easy segment then, onto my overall scores, what I think of each individual stat out of 10, so you can get a real understanding of the card. So firstly is the pace, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to speak too much about it, you know how the pace works. Obviously they've got really good acceleration or really good sprint speed, they're going to feel really good in game. Now the shooting for me, as I said, was decent when he put the ball on target. When he had those shots where you kind of need him to score and stuff like that, it would be a little bit inconsistent, and especially since he's got like quite bad long shots and a little bit bad volleys, I am going to give him an 8 out of 10 for shooting. The 5-star weak foot is very good, but as I said, that consistency at times will let you down a little bit. Now the passing for me, now this is basically a striker only, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I feel like if you're like going to play him cam or wide, I feel like it's more like a 4 or 5, purely because at this stage 84 passing isn't really the best, but considering he is very cheap, I don't think it's really that bad. Now next up for me is the dribbling attributes. Now overall it's really good. If you had a 5-star skills, I'd probably give this like a 9 out of 10, but overall I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I do really think there are some good attributes in there, and he will be able to twist and turn and get you into those good positions, especially with that 5-star weak foot, because it's very unpredictable. But overall for the dribbling, very good. Now the physicals, I didn't have many issues, to be fair. The strength may be a little bit low at times, but the head and accuracy, the jumping, the stamina for a striker, and the aggression is a really good one. So overall for that, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10 as well. I feel like all those attributes are really good, to be fair. And I've just said it, to be fair, a lot, but it's one of those cards where it is a very good card. You just need to know how to use it in a way. So on value for coins then, so I think he's coming in around 150k right now. Now considering he's Liverpool, he's Portuguese, he's Premier League, he's going to have a lot of good links, and especially since there's a lot of good cards right now. Do I think it's weird? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10, purely because that's a very cheap price for a very good card. So overall score then, I'm going to give him a 8.0 rating. And that's based on everything. That's based on links, how good the card is, how much he is, everything combined into one. 8 out of 10. I do think that's a fair score, especially since there's a few team seasons after the one that's come out now, so it may be a little bit more like contested for like how good the card is. Let's say like other team seasons might be just as good for cheaper. But that's all for my review. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. As I say in every video, it really does help me out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so see you on the next video, and peace.